Bangor Historical Society is hosting a fun night this weekend to celebrate Bangor's history and those who preserve and continue it. Logs and Legends is Saturday night. Awards will be given to 4 honorees who have helped document, preserve, and further develop Bangor and its rich history. The event will also feature food, a cash bar, entertainment, and a silent auction for attendees. For Bangor Historical Society, this feature event is a way to remind the community of the importance of keeping the story of Bangor alive.
If we didn't have events and talks and lectures and the histories and the museums that we have, we'll forget where we came from. And just to remember that history, honor the history and the sacrifices of those people that made Bangor what it is today is just really vital still to this day for the fabric of our community.
Logs and Legends will be held Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. at Wellman Commons, attached to the Bangor Masonic Foundation. Tomorrow at noon is the deadline to buy tickets. For more information, you can visit BangorHistoricalSociety.org. And I've been honored to be invited to MC that event. Hope to see you there Saturday night.